And the geeks are back. It's Tuesday. It's 7 p.m. And, I love our soundtrack. Della, producer extraordinaire. He's in the studio with us today. Say hello to Della. Della, say hello to everybody listening to us. Kukwana, how you doing?
Doing cool.
Great. So, it's been a minute. It's been a while. We haven't been here in a while because, football sort of like takes priority over technology somehow. Yeah, but it's still what it is. We haven't had a Q&A session in a long time. People haven't had the opportunity to ask us their questions. We haven't had the opportunity or the pleasure or the honors of answering their questions. And today we're bringing it. Today's Q&A. So if you know the phone lines, you can start sending in your questions. The WhatsApp and Telegram phone numbers, or just one phone number for both WhatsApp and Telegram. It's 0244340437. 0244340437. Send in your tech-related problems, and we will do our best to answer them. If we can't, we'll send you to the Telegram group where the rest of the geeks are. One day, I've been thinking, imagine having all the geeks in the studio. It'd be like a choir. Anyway, so I've got a first question. So someone says, "Hi Kobe, I use a 5C. I use two 5Cs, iPhone 5Cs, with different networks. In the last 4 days, the one with the MTN SIM, folks claim it rings and cuts. Callers tell me they try to reach me, but it's always busy. I made a complaint to my network provider, but they tell me there's no problem. I normally see a missed call after a caller tells me they've tried to call me. Please, does that mean I have a problem with my settings? Please help me." Look what I say. This sounds like a do not disturb or call forwarding. But I told him to try call forwarding. He said he tried. It didn't work. So if you're listening, Mr. Kwame Ajato, you can check your do not disturb settings. iPhone users, what they call do not disturb on iPhone. There's a setting that usually turns off notifications and everything on the phone, so you're not disturbed, like a quiet time. So look for that feature. I'm going to check out what it looks like on iPhone, and then I'll revert. There's an iPhone in my bag. And so many other people have been having problems. The other day, someone was asking me, okay, how you enable dark mode? And I'm like, since dark mode was launched, everyone has gone crazy about it, but it's been around for a long time.
Recently, a lot of apps are implementing it.
Yeah, I heard Instagram is going dark. Facebook is going dark. I mean, I've seen Facebook Messenger has dark mode. I'm using dark mode on Facebook Messenger. The only app so far that's taken forever to get dark mode for me is WhatsApp. And if you're listening and you don't know what dark mode is, it's when you can turn all the light parts, i.e. the white parts on your phone, you can make them dark. So it sort of saves your battery because your screen isn't pushing so much light because everything is dark. And if it's an OLED screen, even the better, because then everything just has to remain dark. And you guys were mentioning Rwanda creating their own phone. What's up with that?
Yeah, they are. They've done a very nice phone. They've created it, and it's not actually as if they assembled it. They actually manufactured some of the parts.
They manufactured the whole phone.
Yeah, they are doing very good. And there is Kenya, there is Ghana, there is Nigeria, but you see,
Rwanda was the first to do it.
Yep.
They call it the Mara phone. Now it's exciting to see something like this begin in Africa, creating a phone, unlike other countries that are just assembling phones
just
and
assembling,
importing the
buy all
parts.
the parts. And
Yeah,
then-
but building everything from scratch, that is very, very impressive. So what they call it, the Mara X and the Mara Z, and they definitely will be running Android. We've got a question already. So good evening, Kobe. I use a Samsung Galaxy Note 8. People can't hear me when I talk, especially when I'm in Accra. It works when I travel to the northern part of Ghana. I use MTN. Can you help? That's Gabriel from McCarthy Hill. Who can answer?
Well, this can be the network signals.
Definitely.
Yep.
So
Sometimes, the frequencies they use over here are different from the other parts. And mostly over there, the 2G networks do work still.
okay.
Yep.
So most likely his settings are set to not go to 3G or set to
Yeah.
just 3G only. So you should set it to auto switching, right?
Yeah, he should. But, when he's there, over there, mostly it's 2G and
Yeah, in the
slightly 3G. So they put it fixed at 2G. And when you come here, 2G doesn't work much.
Too much. Okay, so Gabriel, if you're listening, you can just switch. Go to your cellular settings and your network settings, and then set it to 2G, 3G, 4G auto switching. Let the phone decide which network it's going to choose between 2G, 3G, and 4G. So the Mara X and Mara Z will use Android, and they will cost about 175,750 Rwandan francs. That's about $190 and $130 respectively. And they will compete with Samsung, whose cheapest smartphone costs about 50,000 Rwandan francs. That's about $54. And other non-branded phones at $37. Now, these are very cheap phones. Are we looking
Very,
at
very cheap phones.
Are they comparing that to feature phones or smartphones? Because at $35, that's very cheap for a phone.
Well, cutting down the cost that way will bring about, some kind of very little
terrible
memories, not much CPU power. The screen wouldn't be that.
That's what I'm actually interested in. So even the processor was made in Rwanda. I mean, that's what I'm thinking. If they're saying it's entirely made in Rwanda,
I'm not
doesn't mean
sure.
that even
I'm
the
not
processor
sure.
was made in Rwanda.
Nope, I'm not sure of that.
Yeah, that would be
I'm not
very
sure of that.
difficult. I was actually
I'm sure they will be using MediaTek.
definitely that's the
Yep.
cheapest processor out there right now.
They
Now,
would
speaking
be-
of processors, today I was actually reading about Microsoft's new Surface Pro X line, which is running on Qualcomm's processor. So, if you know, Windows-based machines are always running on either Intel processors or AMD processors. Now, here's the case that they're running on. Okay, so my producer's just giving me information on the Mara Z phone. So it's not running MediaTek. It's actually running a Qualcomm MSM 8940 Snapdragon 8435 chipset. That's a lot for people to take in.
Wow.
So basically, it's not running cheap hardware like some of the Chinese phones do. The Chinese phones, most of the time, they run MediaTek processors, which are cheap processors. But this is running a Qualcomm. It's a budget processor, but it's not as cheap. And 13 megapixel front-facing camera and a 13 megapixel rear camera and 3 gigs of RAM and 32 gigabytes of internal storage, and it has a 3070 milliamp hour battery. Okay, so now with that being said, it means that the processor wasn't made in Rwanda.
Nope.
Now I want to know what part of the phone was made in Rwanda. The life can give me that information. So my Spark 3 cannot detect the 32 gig SD. What should I do? From Emmanuel Shy Hills. Emmanuel, have you tried other SD cards that didn't work, or you just tried just this one and it didn't work?
No, mostly sometimes the way they remove the memory cards from the phone, it destroys some of the pins. Yep.
On the inside?
Yeah, on the inside. So
Okay.
he should maybe check a repairer.
Check with the repairer.
Mhm.
After
And see.
he's tried a different memory card and that doesn't work.
Yep.
Okay, so if you want to call us, the numbers to call are 0302 216 541 and 0244 340 437. If you want to send us a WhatsApp or a Telegram, it's 0244 340 437. So to call 0302 216 541 or 0244 340 437. Now, a lot of fake memory cards are out on the market, and there's been a debate. People have been asking, how do I identify what a fake memory card, a fake flash drive looks like? Because we're in this part of the country where you go to the market to go and buy a flash drive or a memory card, and you can't test it because you have to break the seal. And to break the seal, you have to pay for it. is there any way? Is there any indicator people can use to tell this memory card or this pen drive is an original or a fake? Because you know.
Yeah, well, I think they should look at the writings printed on it. You know, the fake writings are much more brighter. You know, they look very white, and it's as if some part of the letters are chipped off and so on. You see, yep. But when you look at the original ones, you see that they are well printed on it, and you know, it's stacked and permanent.
But that's the thing. For someone who doesn't know what it's supposed to look like and is looking at it, like, okay, so Kokonasi says it has to look a certain way, and they're looking at it, they don't know what other way there is for it to look like. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you've not seen a fake or an original before, how do you detect if it's a fake or an original? So maybe, okay, I've seen online there's some images that sort of point you in the direction of identifying what a fake one or an original one looks like. So maybe you have to go online, Google what a SanDisk memory card packaging looks like, and use that to compare when you're buying. Welcome, latecomers.
we are very sorry.
Sorry. We just got overexcited. The PS5 was officially announced.
Okay, so hold on to that. We've got a call on the line. Hello?
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, my brother. How are you?
I'm very well. How are you doing?
I'm very well. Very interesting points,
Yes, sir.
but I just want to sincerely apologize for what I'm going to say, but please forgive me. It's something that is really bothering me, and I think that this is the only opportunity to.
Sorry? Okay. So someone says, well, we lost him there. My wife uses a Samsung phone. Anytime you call her phone, the message you get is that the number you're calling is busy on another call. When even she's not using the phone, please, what can we do to rectify the situation? What caused it in the first place? So when you call her, you get the message that her phone is busy. So her calls have probably been
Bad.
So you have to check call barring settings. That's the first place to check. Yeah. Or it's been forwarded to a number that is busy. Oh, no, definitely bad. Because once you say busy, it's been bad. Someone says, hi, I use LG V10. Oh, yeah, it's the phone settings. You can actually go through caller when you block calls, or in your phone if you set your phone to block calls, right? Yeah, so you guys were talking about the PS5.
Oh, no, let's just answer this.
Hi, I use LG V10. When I put the SIM inside, it works. But anytime I try to make a call, it does not work. It tells me to contact Verizon.
It's still locked, pretty much.
Yeah. It's locked. It's a locked phone. You need to unlock it.
I also have a question for you guys today. Michael has followed me on this journey. So the question is that my laptop has a very interesting series of issues now, where when I power it on, it just goes off. But when I open it up and I power it on, it runs perfectly for hours. I've checked if it was the battery, it's not. If there's any power fluctuations on the motherboard, it's not. Whether it's a heating issue, it is not.
How did you even check any of these?
Oh, I have my ways, bro.
Okay.
We've been doing this.
No,
but
you've been doing this.
Yeah. Ever since I got a hands on Michael's kit to open my laptop, I've been having fun. So none of these seem to work. So what I'm saying is that if the laptop is stripped apart, it works perfectly. But when I put everything together and screw everything back, it doesn't work. It's so weird.
No, it's not. It's not weird at all.
Oh.
So you see why Kokonas, I think you should take this because it's not weird at all.
Sometimes these boards, they do bend in certain ways, and when the bend appears, the line breaks. There's buzz lines on it. Breakages comes inside, and you can't use it immediately. You just disassemble it. It just flattens up and then powers on. The moment you put the casing back on it, and then the bends will come inside, and then it just decides not to.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So I have to use my laptop stripped.
Well,
or get a new one.
You need to do
I've been
reflow. You need to do a reflow. Mostly, we use ovens for this. Yes, you need this in an oven for at least 15 minutes. hot.
I'm definitely not gonna do that.
And you're over.
There is an alternative. You could disassemble the entire laptop and then
mount it on your wall.
I was going to say in wood, but a wall is
Yeah.
just as fine. And now you have a screen. It's TV.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so good evening, guys. I'm PK from North Kanisha. I want to learn basic programming and IT stuff. Are there some free online courses that I can take? I'm late in doing so because I'm 24 now.
You're not late.
There's
Yeah,
no,
at all.
no.
Yeah, but then
Yeah,
you want to
Elise.
learn YouTube,
YouTube,
of course.
Udemy,
Udemy,
Coursera,
Linda.
and
EDX.
Linda. There's so many. There's so
Reddit.
Reddit. Yeah.
Many. Nah, don't do
Reddit.
it.
I mean, a new person on Reddit is very.
You can't send a new to Reddit.
Well, it's better than some other sites that begins
Well,
with
Google,
4 end with
first
chan.
of all, Google. So
Yeah.
basics of programming.
Open source courses, fine.
Yeah. Hi, Kobe. Please, my WhatsApp backup was mistakenly skipped by a friend after I changed my handset, and was about getting the WhatsApp onto it. Please, there a way of retrieving and restoring my backups? Yeah, you just basically need to reset
so-
the whole WhatsApp.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
go to your settings. If it's an Android, your application, clear data, and then start it again. Start the whole process. It's going to
Yeah.
ask you for the backup. But because you probably have a new WhatsApp, probably been using it for a while. So
Wow,
you get
yeah,
new
so
WhatsApp backups.
Backups. Yeah.
So you have to go into the file manager, delete the new. No, don't delete.
Cut
move,
them.
move them
out.
somewhere. Move them somewhere else.
I mean, sometimes you can. Google also does a lot of your backups for you, so you
That's
can
assuming
check.
he uses. Yeah.
Yeah, you
No, but
can.
if he's using Google, then that's it. The old backups.
Yeah,
are
your
gone.
old backups should automatically come in.
But
You
it's
But-
should just uninstall the whole thing and install it back. And
Yeah, and you can
Yeah.
turn off before you do that. If your Google backup is on, you can turn off your Google backup so you can do the local backup, restore from the local backup. Good evening, guys. Is forex trading online profitable, legit, and is it worth it? Is it available in Ghana?
Is it legit? I think we can say yes, depending on the
Yes.
websites you use.
Mm.
Is it profitable? If you know your
If you
stuff,
know what
yes.
you're doing, yeah.
And is it available in Ghana? I
It
do
is.
believe, yeah, I do
It
believe
is.
it is.
But it's a very risky business.
very, very.
I mean,
It's high risk. You could lose a lot of money.
A lot
You
of
could make a lot
fraud.
of money.
You could,
And you could be frauded, yes.
yeah.
So we've got a call on the line. Hello.
Yeah, hello, Kobe.
Hi, Mr. Ajman. Good evening.
Good evening. I hope you're doing well.
Very well. You?
I'm also doing well.
Great.
Yeah, I have a simple general question to ask.
Thank you.
Yeah, I believe when you send mobile phone into the kitchen,
Okay.
and I think there's a component in it, when it gets closer to the gas, it can explode. So I want to ask, does these small phones that we call YAM also have the same capacity as Android phones? So that when you send them to kitchen, it can disturb when they get closer to the gas.
Okay, so you're asking if the yams can trigger a gas cylinder to explode.
Yeah, the same as the Android phones.
Okay, right. So we'll answer that in a bit.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So yeah, Mr. Ajima wants to know if. Okay, we've got another call on the line. Hello.
Hello, Kobe.
Yes, sir.
Yo, what's up?
I'm very well.
This is Liza from Valley View.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, hey, Charlie, tell Anansi that it's been a while. The page is very silent, so what's wrong?
Okay, Nancy.
We got to know something. We have to learn something, so it should come alive. But I thank you guys for the great work. I mean, you are always putting us on top of issues. I mean, Charlie, we are so much glad we have Kick Squad. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you very much, Eliza.
Bye.
Koko Nancy says it's going to be updated. Okay, so phones triggering.
No.
Triggering
We've got another call on the line. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I'm Nana.
Yes, sir.
Please, I want to ask a simple question.
Sure.
Why do we back up WhatsApp message?
Why do we back up WhatsApp messages?
Yes.
Okay, right. We'll answer that very.
And the reason why I'm asking is, you see, I'm not a fan of doing backups and those kind of things.
Right.
But what I've realized lately is that because I don't back up, my messages have been vanishing just like that. Yes, I'm just surprised. Because I thought maybe the backup is for in case maybe I change the cell or something, I can just back up and get my old messages.
Right.
But here's the case, the current message, so let's I chat with someone today, within next week, it will vanish. Like I've not chatted with that person at all.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll answer that right away. So first off, the gas explosion.
No, your phone will not let your gas tank explode.
Yeah, definitely not.
As far as all the,
I mean, it's not impossible.
it's not impossible,
But it is highly improbable. You
yeah.
are more likely to get injured from the gas cylinder falling on your foot than the phone
Than
causing
the
it to
phone causing it to
explode.
explode. Yeah. Okay.
But a quick fire tip, just in case you're wondering, if your gas cylinder does catch fire, do not panic. Get a napkin,
Wet.
Douse
wet
it in
it,
water.
and then use it to cover the flames. It will put the fire out immediately. Do not pour water on it, or you will make things infinitely worse.
Yep.
All right. Okay, so we've got a regular call on the line. Hello, Lukman.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Lukman. Good to hear from you.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, please, I want to know, the phones that have battery built in and the one that is not built in, which one is good? Because
Okay.
what I realize is that when it is not built in case it fell into the water or something happened, you just take off the
battery.
the battery.
Yeah.
But the other one is highly unless you take it to repair. So I don't know the two of them, which one is more good for.
Which one is better?
Yeah.
Right. Thank you very much, Lukman. So, yeah, quick one answer. This is straight up.
Well,
down the road.
with what he's saying, I think both the phones will need to go to repairs.
Once they fall
Whether
in
it
water.
has an inbuilt battery or
it's removable.
battery, since it has fallen in water.
Yeah, but you see, I think I get where he's coming from.
Okay.
When the battery is inside the phone and you can't take it out, you can't break the power circuit. So basically, power still goes around the phone and it could destroy more components. But when you can remove the battery, you can break the whole circuit.
Sure.
And that means that it's safer.
But when
So you take it to the repairs.
But when phone falls in water, there are things you can do to keep your
Put
phone.
it in the rice.
yeah, put it in rice or just keep it out because, like
No,
I
but-
said, my tab of loving memory fell in a gutter. One day I was busily going on a shoot, like I was so focused trying to get a car to get on a shoot, and my
And it
tab
fell
fell
in
in a gutter, murky mud and everything. I was in hurry, so I just put a rubber on my hand, picked it up, rubbed it, and I went to shoot for an entire day. And I got home and I saw how caked in mud my tab was. I put it in the sink, immersed it in water for a long time, and I left it for a day, and it worked. Till it died recently.
Maybe that's why it died.
I've used it for 6 years, and that was
You
like
know,
3 years
that
ago.
tab was just a lucky thing. Like
That
you
tab
just
was
lucky.
made of wood.
So, and then the other,
Like this wrestler said, do not do this at home.
yeah, don't try
Yes.
this. at home. Don't try this. And WhatsApp backups. You see, this is a problem. I've experienced what the caller was talking about, where I deleted my WhatsApp backups, and then all of a sudden that day, out of nowhere, my WhatsApp just reset, and then all my chats were gone, and I didn't have a backup to restore from. So I think this is a bug from WhatsApp, and I did report that bug. I don't know if it's been repaired. And so for the caller that called, I think you should also maybe report that bug.
Oh, you can take one for the team, Spike. You can try it again.
Moment of silence. I don't encourage it, which is why I prefer the other messaging client. So good evening, please. I have a Nokia N5. Wow, it cannot boot. What must be wrong with it? Now, first off, that is a very old phone, I think.
Yes.
Well, he should just,
Unless it's the new ones, one of the new ones.
it can be flashed.
No,
There's a new N5.
There's a new N5.
Yeah, there's a new N5.
There is a new N5. If it's a new N5, it probably just needs to be flashed. Or you do a hard reset. Put power button, volume down button, and then the 3-button combo.
Yeah.
You can Google it, find out how to get into the recovery, but you may lose everything. So try and contact your mobile phone repairer.
Sure.
Yeah. So, right after, no, guys, when I press some keys on my laptop, it's hard for them to appear. What could be the problem? How do I solve it? That's from Ishmael. It's hard for them to appear. That means they do appear, but then
You have to keep hitting
you have
them.
to keep hitting it. Or I think you should give us, some more details.
But the
about
funny
it.
thing about a laptop keyboard is that once one button is done, you probably have to switch the entire board.
Yeah.
Or maybe it just needs a cleaning. You never
Yeah,
know.
that's why I want to know what he has
Maybe
to
it's
press it
grimy
hard.
or
Because then it could be that, like you said,
Sediments,
it's grimy
yeah.
or there's some
if he does press it hard before it comes, then the keypad behind it, there's this rubber things that are melted on it.
Yeah.
If any of it breaks, it's very hard. It could be there.
Yeah, so
It
give
could
us
be
some
that,
more details
or it
so
could
we
be
can,
dirty.
we can resolve that. Now, on this tangent, I really, really, really wish we could get WhatsApp to introduce synchronization rather than this backup feature.
As in, if you use any device, it would immediately.
Yeah, I mean, my
Yeah.
messages shouldn't be backed up. I should synchronize
Wouldn't that
them.
require you to sign up for Facebook?
No, you
like,
don't have
properly?
to sign up. Well, this being Facebook, yes. Obviously.
Yeah.
If you want to call us, the numbers to call are 0302 216 541 and 0244 340 437. 0302 216 541 and 0244 340 437. Call us with your tech questions and we will try to solve them. Or if you have some suggestions concerning what people should do with their devices. I mean, it is a Geek Squad, and we are not the only geeks in Ghana or in the world. So hit us up, give us spread some of your knowledge.
Oh, I have a tip, but let's deal with it.
Hello, I am Emmanuel from Airport. The screen of my phone is cracked, so I can't see any number. Please, how can I retrieve an important number that is on the phone's memory? What phone are you using, Emmanuel?
If it's connected to your Google account, or
All your contacts will be in your
there.
Google. If it's an iPhone, it's in your iCloud.
Yes.
If it is a Symbian,
You will need a hammer and chisel to get
Yeah,
it
right.
out.
yeah, right. You can install, depending on the phone. If it's an old Nokia Symbian, you can install Nokia Suite.
Yeah, you just
Still
plug it.
works. Just connect the phone.
I completely forgot about Nokia Suite.
You know.
Now, in line with this, one of the things I recommend, because a friend of mine experienced this just this
Hold
past
that
week.
thought.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir. Good evening, sir.
Good evening. My name is Faji Kobi.
Yes, Faji. My name is Spikey. How you doing?
I'm good. How you doing?
I'm very well.
That's nice, right? Okay, so I got an iPhone recently,
Right.
and then I put in one network SIM,
Yeah.
and I was able to do hotspots. All right.
Okay.
Okay. So and then I changed the SIM card to one of the networks.
Okay.
And then they said to me that I should contact my carrier before I'll be able to do the hotspot. So my question is that why should a network company prevent me from sharing my internet on my device? Are you getting it?
I get you 100%.
Yes. So I'm just wondering how possible. I mean, why should the network carrier tell me how I should use my internet? I want to share it with my other devices, but it's not preventing me from doing that. But with other network, I'm able to just do it without consulting any network provider.
Okay.
Do you have an idea? You can
Sure.
just check it out
Sure.
for me.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right. Take care, bro.
We have another call on the line. Hello, King Promise.
Yo, hello, Geek Squad.
Hi. Is this the King Promise we all know?
Charlie,
Now you might have to give
Charlie.
us a freestyle.
I told you. Charlie, I'm a fan of Huawei phones,
Right.
so I like Huawei phones because it's more cheaper and have features of, other big phones.
Okay.
But my problem with Huawei phone is they have some services that and they say it's not available in your country. So why do they ship it to us?
I understand you.
Like it's there. Like I really wanted to enjoy the phone, and then I'll try to try to do some stuff. Then it said this service is not available in your country. I'm like, what? Really?
I think it's like that for almost every phone out there.
Like seriously. So why did they ship it to us? For what?
Don't worry, we'll try and convince Huawei to make some of these features. What can you give us an example of one of such features?
They have this iCloud. Huawei to have their cloud.
Yes, the Huawei cloud.
Yes. So I registered everything. I have my cloud. Then I wanted to. I don't know if I wanted to access the cloud itself.
Okay.
Okay. And they say the service is not available in your country.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll talk to. We're friends with Huawei, so we'll talk to them.
Please look sharp. Some
right.
of us are enjoying the phone.
Okay. Thank you very
All
much,
right.
King Promise. All right. So King Promise very, very, passionate about this. Oh wow, we've got another call on the line. Hello, Richard.
Yeah, hi. Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
I just have a solution for the gentleman who called that he's not able to do hotspot.
Brilliant.
iPhone. Okay. The issue is with Vodafone, if
Okay.
I'm not mistaken. So if you just go to setting, then where he has the option to enter the
APN.
Yes. So the username is browse. Then when it goes on there, it will see hotspot.
Okay.
You should just type browse there. Then
Right.
that will solve the issue.
Thank you very much, Richard. Now you see, it's always a breath of fresh air when we have other geeks plug in. Thank you very much for calling, Richard. So, Kobe, I use a locked iPhone 10, so I use the gateway SIM. If I'm traveling and the network goes off, it doesn't come back unless I get back to Accra.
That's the price you pay, I guess.
Yeah, but that's
Because
quite unusual because
yeah.
once it's enabled, it should still be connected.
It is not properly done.
Could it be the same problem the other caller had with his
that's
going
exactly
to
what I was
network?
thinking.
Okay.
Yeah, so maybe his network is locked to a certain band,
yeah,
maybe
bandwidth.
like locked to 4G, and then out of Accra, 4G is not available, and that's when he suffers.
Yeah.
So, hello geeks, I bought a Lenovo laptop for some few months ago. Recently started behaving funny. Some keys aren't working. I thought it was a virus, so I reset the laptop to factory settings, a clean start, but the problem still persists. I need help. That's Michael from Ho. Have you tried plugging in an external keyboard?
Yeah, if that works.
If that
then
works,
that
then
means
it means it's
your
your
keyboard.
keyboard.
Yeah.
Yeah. Please, I'm interested in the question which was asked about an inbuilt battery in the phone or a removable battery. Which of the two phones did you say is better? I didn't get the answer clear. I'm interested because nowadays most phones have inbuilt batteries.
Is that an issue? It's not really an issue of better because now phones have the batteries inbuilt for water resistance, protection and all of that. So if you want water resistance, your batteries have to be inbuilt.
Yeah.
So maybe that makes it better. But
Yeah.
if you want to be able
a
to
higher water
resistance
resistance
rating, yes,
it needs to be sealed
yeah,
completely. If you make it removable, then the water resistance rating drops, which means that you can't dip the phone into water for long, or you can't go swimming with your phone, which we don't advise.
Yeah.
But then again, we've got a caller on the line. Hello, John.
Yeah, bro.
Yes, sir. Good evening.
Good evening, man. How are you all doing?
We're very well.
Yeah, brothers. Yeah, I have a problem. My iPhone, which was brought to me from Uptown, man.
Yes, sir.
Yes. And I have been using it. But all of a sudden, I was using it one morning when I had light off. It just fell from my hand on the face. The whole thing crashed. I don't know how to deal with it.
Wow.
Any help?
Okay, so the phone is cracked, or like it's just not working anymore?
In fact, when it crashed, I could still hear, I could still feel that, there was some power, and it still has some, the effects are still working, but only it's gone blind.
Oh, right.
And since then, I've not bothered to send it anyway.
Okay, so most likely it's from your screen.
Come again?
Most likely it's from the screen. It means the screen is gone.
Yeah. From the screen. So how do I go about it?
You'd have to contact a mobile phone repairer, and one that's good.
Yeah, most of these phone repairers, they are not too great in this iPhone.
Yeah. Okay, so if you can join us on the Telegram group, there's a guy on the Telegram group who can really help you. So it's Geek Squad on Telegram, or you can check out our Facebook live stream. It's in the comments over there. So join the group, and then I'll point you to the person to help you.
No.
Thank you very much for calling, Mr. John. We have another call on the line. Hello, Maxwell.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening, Max.
Yeah, I've been listening to your program for some time, but today I don't know exactly what you are talking about. But I want to ask about, you don't talk about smart telly. Why?
Smart televisions.
Yeah, smart ones.
We will talk about smart television.
Oh, okay.
We did talk about it on one of our episodes, but it was just, when we were talking about emerging technologies. But we will delve deep into that soon.
Oh, please, can you do that for me so that I'll come up with my problem?
Brilliant. But if you have any problem, today's Q&A, we're answering tech-related questions. So if you have any problem, you can actually ask, and we can try to answer it for you. Yeah,
mine is on, I'm having this smart Philips.
Okay.
Yeah, and then when I switch to DSTV,
Yeah.
you see, I'm using this HDMI cable. I'm not using that pin.
Right.
3-in-1. Yeah. But when I slot in the HDMI, I see video format not supported. But when I go to telly, when I go to normal telly, listen, I get all the channels. Everything is working normal. But when I switch to DSTV, it tells me video format not supported on the telly.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So where's the TV from? Is it an American TV or it's
The telly, I think it's from Hungary, Europe.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
So there's a high possibility that the output signal from your DSTV is not supported by your TV. And you can check this by looking at in the manual to see what your output is. If it is 1080p, 60, check. You need to know the settings. You also need to know what your TV supports, because sometimes your TV supports up to maximum 720p, and then you're outputting 1080. So you can, check the settings on the box and check the settings on the TV. Make sure they match, and you get the signal. Or it could also be your HDMI cable.
All right, I'll do that.
Thank you very much. We've got another caller on the line. Hello, Kelvin.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, I wanted to help with them. I have an Apple Series 3.
Apple,
watch.
sorry? Apple Series 3 watch, okay.
Yes, and I had it from my big brother.
Okay.
And the screen was cracked, and I repaired the screen.
Mm.
But then, anytime I try to pair it with my iPhone, it's just not able to connect.
Yeah, because you're supposed to scan the image on the watch.
I have done that.
So that it detects the image on the watch.
Yes, but it tells me you should update your Apple Watch to the latest version of the software. But when I try to do that, it just disconnects on several occasions.
Wow. Okay. So we'll answer that periodically.
Okay.
Thank you very much for calling, Kelvin.
Thank you.
So,
That's a
Michael.
hot one. Wait, what am I supposed to do?
The Apple Watch. You're the Apple guy.
Yeah, all right. Don't rush me.
Okay, so think about it. Hello, Geek Squad. How can I record my incoming and outgoing calls with my iPhone XS Max?
10 Max.
10.
Moving on.
Thanks, guys,
It's
for
only
a great
letters.
job.
It's only letters.
Yeah, but
Like,
it's
what's the problem?
10S Max. We have a 10 Max. This is a 10S Max, no?
There's
Look,
a 10S Max and there's a 10 Max.
There isn't a 10 Max. There's
There
only a
isn't?
10.
So yes, there's
So
only
it's
a 10.
definitely
So a
10S
10S Max.
Okay.
So this is down your road.
Install, and there are several apps that can do that for you. But the thing is, the legality of it is what makes them difficult to attain. So it is possible, but it's not easily accessible because when recording someone on the phone, you're legally obliged to let the person know.
But is it possible?
Yes, it's possible.
So what app does the person need?
I have no idea. And you will not find it in the App Store.
So
you will
that's what
actually need to hack the
You
phone
need
to get it
jailbreak
done.
the phone. Exactly.
Yes.
That's what I was waiting for anyway. It's going to beat about the bush. So basically, a person needs to jailbreak the phone and install a call recorder.
Yes.
Because by the way Apple phones are made, apps cannot interconnect.
No,
shared
They don't
data.
have.
They can't share. If there's anything that has to do anything, quote unquote, stealing data, which technically a call recording is,
yeah.
no, they
Apple
will
doesn't
not
allow
legally
it.
allow such
So
a thing to happen.
legally, you can't do that on your phone unless you jailbreak it, which is
A long
a
process.
A long process.
Hi,
Oh,
geeks. You want to say something?
Oh no, just that some Christmas has happened for jailbreakers. But moving on.
So moving on swiftly. Hi, geeks. I've been trying to retrieve some old contacts I deleted from my Google account about a year ago, but I'm only allowed to retrieve up to the last 30 days. Please, is there a way I can get those contacts back? Thanks. That's Emmanuel from La Paz. Unfortunately, Emmanuel, that's the best Google can do for you.
Yeah.
Over a year, you can't go further than that. Unless, obviously, you did a backup of the phone on which those contacts were.
And even with that, Google has a period in which you can recover.
Physical.
Okay.
So the laptop keys. He says, well, I have to press the keys again and again for about 3 minutes before they appear. It means what Kukwanasis said is true. Your keyboard, what we call gum, back when we were playing, controllers, the gum nari. So your gum has basically the plastic has chewed.
Has worn out.
It's now time for an external keyboard for you.
Or just replacing the keyboard.
That's
whichever
true.
one that you like.
It's more convenient.
Kind of rooted Samsung, kind of rooted Samsung S5 be unrooted? Yes, it can.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
Definitely.
you just have to Google how to unroot.
Keys is not a problem anymore.
Yeah. Okay, so hi Kobe, if I need water resistant phone, which brand should I go for and the model? iPhone, Samsung, Sony Xperia or Huawei? That's Ajima Joseph from Community 9 Tema. And please, is it true that in our part of the world, HP is a kind of laptop that's good for us? In a part of the world, any laptop is good for us, provided they have service centers here.
Interesting thing is that some years back, AMD had issues with their heating, so it was not a good idea to get certain AMD machines. But
move their graphic cards and their machines.
But now AMD processors are perfectly fine.
Okay. Yeah, they are perfectly fine. And he was asking about water resistant. My first water resistant phone was actually an Xperia. The Xperia Z1.
Interesting thing. Sony has a very interesting way of naming their flagship phones, and it's all over the place. Now they've gone back to Xperia 1
and 2.
Yeah.
And 3.
Weird.
So which one?
I feel all of them have water resistance.
Well, you need to check.
I mean, the iPhone from 7 has water resistance. Samsung from S5 has water resistance. But like you said, it's based on the rating. How
the
water resistant
didn't have.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's the S7 that brought it back. So S5 was water resistant, but it was IP67.
Okay.
Then the S6 they skipped. That's when they went all glass.
Yeah.
And then they brought it back with S7,
Okay.
S8, S9, S10.
But I guess, how water resistant do you want your phone to be?
I think they all have the same rating, but if you want to see, you have to go on YouTube and see what people have done in real life.
Not only that, because the 11 Pro Max, like the 11 Pro Max right now, has like 3 meter. It's the best.
Yeah, it's the best.
It's doubled the standard.
Yeah.
So if you want to go into the deep ocean with it,
you
I
can
won't
afford.
recommend it. But
in the ocean, why would you take your phone to the ocean? Rust.
It's
But
stainless steel and glass.
But the selfies experience would be incredible.
Under the sea.
Yeah.
Not in our Ghanaian
No, obviously not in our Ghanaian seas.
You might not even see your phone under the water. So someone's asking, how do I join your Telegram group? So you just go on Facebook right now. We have a live stream of this show. If you're watching, just in the comment section, you'd see the link to the Telegram group. And we will tweet it and we will post it on Facebook too. So, hi, my name is Na from Mile 7. Please, I want to buy an A-Touch A32 tablet, but it does not use any 1G, 2G, 3G, or 4G. What does that mean?
I guess it doesn't have a SIM.
It doesn't have a SIM.
Wi-Fi only. Wi-Fi only.
Yeah, 1G. Just want to share. Recently tried a Blackview BV6000 IP68 3GB RAM 32 100. Interesting so far. That's from Tranos. I have tried that phone too. It's a brilliant phone. It is so strong. Like, those
durable.
No, when I say strong, like I could literally hit you with that phone and you have a concussion.
With a name like that, it sounds like a handbrake.
Yeah, it's like a. Well, you can actually use it to choke your car.
Actually, yeah. So
it's a very strong car. It's those ones that are built, for punishment.
So it's like a rival to your laptop.
Moving on. Geek Squad, what at all is Wi-Fi 6, and is it an installed app that can be used for software updates on the same iPhone 11 Pro Max when it is turned on, or such was designed to be fashioned on other devices only? Does the new iPhone 11 Pro Max come with its own pencil? Hoping to hear from you. That's Saint PDM and Dansuman Petroleum. Hi, Saint PDM, welcome back.
Yeah. First question, Wi-Fi 6 is just faster Wi-Fi connection.
Yeah.
It's much faster than the previous generation. So it's not an app. It's just your phone's ability to connect to Wi-Fi's of varying strengths and increase your speed despite the connectivity.
But
does the iPhone 11 come with a pencil? No, it does not. Apple are not that philanthropic.
Yeah. But, so more on the Wi-Fi 6. Consider the way you have 5G now, which is faster than 4G.
Do we have 5G?
I'm not saying we have 5G, but like
so they have they have 5G.
Okay, let me rephrase this. Considering how the world,
which world?
Okay,
are we part of that world?
It's unfortunate we don't have 5G.
There you
yet,
go.
But in other parts of the country,
what?
See, you're confusing me. In other parts of the world,
there we go.
Where they have 5G, which is faster than 4G. Wi-Fi 6 is faster than the previous Wi-Fi standard, which Boy, these boys make things difficult for me. So basically, Wi-Fi 6 is a faster version of Wi-Fi.
We do it for the listeners.
And your device has to support it. You don't just get...
You can't install it.
You
It's
can't
a
install
physical
Wi-Fi.
thing that's
Like you can't install
made
5G
to
on
the
your
phone. Yeah.
So why the name 6?
I think
the same way as
easier.
Bluetooth 5.
No,
Whenever,
it's easier.
like-
Think about it. It used to be Wi-Fi. We had wireless A,
A,
B,
B,
G,
G,
yeah.
and then
It's
it went
a-
to AC.
naming
confuses
things in the
people.
tech world is a problem. So keeping it simple.
Yeah, now just putting a number makes things easier.
Yeah.
Everybody knows 6 is greater than 5.
They should
So-
start
Yeah.
with 1.
Well,
they
technically
passed one.
they did.
They never mentioned 1.
It wasn't 1-1.
Hi Spiky, I'm Gabriel. Please, I have a Core 2 system unit and I have 2 hard disks in it. One slave and the other one as master, which I've stored all my things on. Nowadays, I can't find the one I've stored my things on. Please, what should I do? Now, this is interesting. I remember back in Windows XP days when we used to have master and slave drives. This is just nostalgic. So, just go to your disk management, right-click on the Windows icon, go to disk management, and you should see the drives there. If the second drive is not showing there, you might have a hardware issue. If it is, then you may have a software issue. Then we have to move on to a second step, which we can only walk you through on the Telegram group. So, hi guys, here's a quick contribution to audio call recording on iPhones. Great. I read on it during the early days of the 3G. It turns out FCC is against the practice as it is a violation of the fundamental human rights of US citizens. So there you have it. Apple is protecting the US citizens, so therefore...
Tell that to Alexa and Siri.
Well, it's different. Technically, you have signing on to have those voices recorded, but
Yes.
not during a phone call, which is why every time you call a call center calls you, they inform you
that
first
they're
and
recording.
foremost
Yeah,
that
the call
it is
may
being
be
recorded, which is what's supposed to happen.
This question is a very interesting question because it was a subject matter I
Since
just
you-
looked into
so
today.
then read
The
it.
question is, hello, please, are HTC phones still in existence? I used them back in 2013 to 2016, but I don't see them in shops again.
That's Kwame. Hold on, before you answer that. Dela is the former HTC ambassador for Ghana. Do you mind answering this? Dela used to love HTC. I mean,
HTC,
They were good.
HTC was what made smartphones what they are now. They used
Bro,
to do a lot
the
of
HD2,
great stuff.
that was the legendary
Yes.
phone.
But they have a new CEO now, and their CEO said that prior to his tenure, they had moved from smartphones to VR and augmented reality. But,
HTC Vive.
yeah, but now he's back, and they are coming for the flagship premium range.
Coming for
So
the throne again.
yeah, so we should watch out for them. So
Watch out.
yeah.
You know, there should be a trailer.
Well, the
Coming
Game of
2021.
Thrones season 21.
Game of smartphone.
Game of smartphones.
Yes. With no nudity.
Watch the Throne.
It's all
Actually, yeah.
about
Now that
aluminium.
come to think about it, before HTC when they were the king, all these other smartphone startups now were washing the throne with key soap. Like
You
they
know-
really weren't anywhere close by. HTC were it.
Yeah.
Well,
Then
HTC
they got to
is the reason Google Pixels are
yeah.
it now.
Then they got too fat and then had a heart attack, and now here we are.
But you see, I'm glad they didn't Nokia or they didn't Sony Ericsson.
Yeah, they
or
stayed,
They
they
didn't
thrived.
Siemens.
They didn't
stayed.
Motorola.
They didn't Motorola.
Yeah.
They stayed.
Hey, you've seen the new
remember the
Motorola
Magic.
prototype, the flip phone
The
prototype.
V3.
Yes.
We do hope it comes out like
With
looking
the
like
foldable
that.
one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the foldable one.
That one is too expensive. It doesn't make any sense. The
Well,
specs
it's
to price.
speculated to be that expensive.
$1,500.
Hopefully.
Did you say hopefully?
Yes. Hopefully.
I mean, but look at what
No, but you're
look at what the
buying-
current iPhones are doing now.
You're
No,
buying
but
a piece of
Revolution.
technology
Yeah,
that is going
okay,
to
that's fine.
revolutionize how we hold mobile phones.
And it's a first generation as well.
Yeah.
But it's not the first. Right now, I'm gonna say the only first generation foldable device that makes sense is the Galaxy Fold.
That's the only thing that is out there right now
The
that
one
makes
that
sense.
the one that suicided itself every time you opened it up.
But it fixed
It's
itself
fixed
to the
now.
point where it can take a lot of. No, but it. Never
Good
mind.
evening, guys. Have Google closed their open source OS? And what does that spell out for Huawei Mate 30 Pro, which I hear was based on the open source version of Android?
Google can't close the open source OS
Yeah.
because it's open source,
Yeah.
but they've closed their Google services to them, which is a very interesting problem because the Mate 30 Pro is kind of in limbo,
Device.
but it's in limbo right now because would I pay over $1,000 and not get Google services? It's in a European market because keep in mind Huawei has always been doing good stuff, But until they took the European markets seriously and started pushing, partnering with Google and coming up with cleaner OSs, nobody was interested in them until they started doing that. Now that they are going back, have they built enough of a reputation to stay in our pockets regardless of this Google issue? So time will tell.
So we've got a few minutes to go. Let's answer this question. Guys, please, how do I prevent the daily backup of WhatsApp messages because it makes my phone full up and waste data bundle? Ernest from Abeka. Ernest, settings.
Yeah.
When you go to, not in your phone settings, go to your WhatsApp settings, and in WhatsApp settings you'll see an option that says chats. Go to chats, you'll see chat backup. Under chat backup you have two options: last backup, which you have the Google Drive, and then you have the Google Drive settings. Mine is set to backup to Google never. So I don't back up to Google. You can set a local backup, and you actually have the time frame where you can set that. So where you can say backup when, daily, weekly, monthly, or backup over Wi-Fi only, or just basically don't back up at all like I do.
I'm surprised you don't back up your chats to WhatsApp.
No,
to Google.
No,
yeah.
Why should I? Because I'm sending everything to Google on my WhatsApp chat.
You feed everything to Google already. Why are you stopping
there?
there?
It's not as efficient as a local backup.
Fair.
Yes, that's why I don't do it. Please, a Melody from Adabaka. Sorry. Please, what is special about the S Pens on the Galaxy Note?
They are the best pens with any smartphone device. They are the best. They are the industry standard. The things that they have done.
I almost cussed. Like, this guy was just going like...
No, things that they've done with that S Pen.
Yeah, you can do, depending on which notes it is, you can do so many marvelous things.
Yes.
Don't Super Saiyan on this pen.
Yeah, like, so,
no, because it is...
Can you write a letter with it on paper? No. Calm down.
Well, you know...
no, but you can actually write on your
thing.
screen, and it's searchable. It can convert your handwriting to actual
PDF.
text.
Who writes on paper anymore?
I always see call forward on my phone anytime I dial a number. Please, where's my call going to? He's very concerned. So, Kwanas, last time you gave us a code for checking call forwarding.
Yeah, it's *62#.
*62#. I'm dialing that right now on my phone. *62#. And you call it? Or *#62#. Okay, so *62#. Call forwarding when not reachable, service was enabled. It doesn't say anything more than that. Anyway.
Oh, wow. Everything is failed on my phone.
So, *62# and then dial it. You should see where your calls are being forwarded to, and then you can turn it off. So,
and also, you know, the pen thing that the lady was talking about. Even if the touch goes off and you can't touch with your finger anymore, the pen
still
touch.
works. So, yo, that's a brilliant point. My friend Gilliam, he has a Note 8 and his touch is not working, but his S Pen works perfectly and he still has that phone. That's a brilliant one from Kukwana. All too soon, we've run out of time. And yeah, we're going to have to see you guys next week. Do we have a show, Mr. Producer? Next week? Is football taking us over?
I have one more tip for you guys.
You have less than 30 seconds.
Yeah, anytime you have a new phone and the phone comes with certain apps and services, like Samsung has its own Samsung account and everything,
seconds.
Please sign up for them, because you need to enter your phone. Maybe you've forgotten your password. You need to remotely enter your phone. That account will save your life.
You, my brother, have earned yourself Geek Squad John Cena of the week. And as fate would have it, we have to end the show. My name is Kobe Spike Nkro. I've been doing this with Kukwan Anse. You can't find him online.
You can't find him
because
anywhere.
He's a ghost.
Well,
but you can find him through us. So you can always reach. And then Michael.
M Ajete Nissan Tundra for sale. See you soon.
Sure.
And then Mr.
_WOTSA. I don't really tweet much anymore. Like, adios.
The show has been produced by Delagla, Selwyn Saki, Dennis Ofe, and Abeku Sankofi. The show is and will always be Geek Squad. We bring tech to you in your home. Catch you guys next time.